9, that is page 105. So if the Lord blessed Gajendra became, he was his devotee. Because if the Lord blessed, which is Gajendra, because he was his devotee.
If the Lord blessed.
Or if the Lord blessed. If the Lord blessed Gajendra because he was his devotee, is he not showing partiality? This objection is answered in the following verse. What is the partiality? Lord blessed Gajendra because he was his devotee. So what did he say? Did he die here? What the story says?
He was
in the reference, the story, let me read the story.
Both
because
of them died.
The reference is to this episode called Gajendra Moksha. A pious king was cursed by a sage for some misdeeds to become an elephant. Similarly, there was a Gandharva cursed to become a crocodile. As the leader of the elephant herd, the king, under curse, entered the lake inhabited by crocodile. Those who became crocodile, Gandharva. The elephant king was caught by the crocodile, and there was a very long struggle, at the end of which the former was about to be dragged down and killed by his opponent. The elephant got the memory of his devotional past and called upon Lord Mahavishnu with all the intensity of his soul as Saranayagato. That means one who has taken complete and unreserved shelter under the Lord. Lord Vishnu came to the scene, cut the head of the crocodile. So, Tohan, you are saying why he is dead. You are justifying.
No, in this story it is mentioned. No.
It does not mention. That was the last day we read, and you are insisting, no, Lord.
The Gajendra was dead. No, Gajendra wasn't
dead. And then the Lord came and cut the head. Where is written here?
No, she might have read in the Purana.
Wherever, but when without so much authority,
no, but my
refuting the question is that refuting. That is not the point. Point is that where is written, I'll ask.
But the elephant was alive.
In this, it doesn't say anything. It feels like the elephant was alive.
তুমি বললি whatever you say that will be correct. The elephant king was caught by the crocodile, and there was a very long struggle, at the end of which the former was about to be dragged down, and killed, almost going to be killed by his opponent. The elephant got then memory of his devotional past, and then he called upon the Lord Mahavishnu with all his who will pray if he died, intensity of the Saranagata, and then Lord Vishnu came to the scene and cut off the head of the crocodile with his chakra and liberated the elephant, as also the crocodile, from their animal bodies and gave them oneness with
Since it says liberated the elephant, what does it mean?
So he died after he came.
What you said, you are fighting on that point in the entire car, and now you are fighting what you have to be always conquering every point. Never to accept any defeat. Always you are correct.
Kshatriya.
So if the Lord blessed Gajendra because he was his devotee, is he not showing partiality? It's a very natural question comes. The Lord helped him because he was and cut the crocodile's head because he was protecting the crocodile. Now protecting the elephant. And then after first killed the crocodile, and then he said he also released him. Released him in what way? Does not mean that he cut his head.
No.
He released him, gave darshan, and he has out of the body experience. That's gone. And that is the
and
story.
Then he also, I think there was a hymn also that the elephant sang to Mahavishnu. Maybe glory. To invite him. The glory of, I think the more stories there in the Bhagavad or
maybe
somewhere.
Before that, when he's praying to Saranagata, right. That prayer is the very popular prayer. We read that.
Oh, okay.
That many people pray that prayer. This great elephant prayed to the Lord, O Lord, whatever the glory of yours. So,
but usually they sing the hymns when the after the God appears also so that they can praise.
Maybe after that.
But anyway, I don't know.
Anyhow, if you know, then say. And I do not know, I don't claim anything.
I don't know.
The problem is the claimer are so strong, they will claim. And whatever they say, that must be the correct thing, nothing else.
Okay, so now we have to understand.
Now we are going to this paragraph, why the Lord is kind for everyone, then why he cut the crocodile. Now his partiality, he is going to the Gajendra, because he was Gajendra, and he Lord blessed him. He has his devotee. Is he not then shown partiality? This objection is answered. Achha, what is the answer? Chitram tabe hitam aho amito yoga maya lila visrishta bhuvanasya visharadasya sarvatmanaha samadrisho abhishamas sabhava. Vishama Sabhava, or Vishama, he is Avishama. So Avishama Sahaya, Sabhava, Bhakta Priyo Jadi Jadasi Kalpaturu Swabhava. If God is called the Kalpaturu, he should be equal for everyone. So, if that is that nature being Kalpataru, the heavenly wish yielding tree, this is not due to partiality. He has killed this crocodile, not because of his partiality. Why? O Lord, wonderful are thy deeds. Chitram. Chitram means vichitra. Wonderful or great is your glory or something. Deeds. Tabe hita maho amito yoga maya. As mere play, you hast manifested the whole universe with the inconceivable power of thy yoga maya. Oti yoga tabe hita. Tabe hita is what? Tabe hita maho.
Mere play.
Maho. Amito is
hitam.
Amito Yogamaya. Toma Yogamaya is Amito, immeasurable. Mito means which is measurable probably. Amito, your measurable, inconceivable is the power of that. Tabe hito maho Amito Yogamaya. What is this? Lila Visishtang. It is the divine play. Lila Visishto Bhuvanasya Visharadasya. The whole universe had manifested from you. Visharad means spreading. So, Visharadasya Sarvatmana Samadrisho. You are and thou are all knowing, and thou reside in everything as its soul, and all beings are alike to you. Yet it looks as if you are partial in being specially fond of your devotees. This is, however, is not due to partiality. Now he is supporting again. He is supporting Prahlada. This objection is answered in the following verse of Prahlada. Prahlada is responding as if to that question. That this is, however, is not due to partiality, but because you are of the nature of Kalpataru, the heavenly wish yielding tree. Anyone who begs whatever you give that. That's why Ramakrishna was called Kalpataru. But there is a Sarvadevananda Swami said, no, Ramakrishna is not Kalpataru. Kalpataru will give whatever you want. It is such a powerful heavenly tree that anyone comes and wishes anything, it will become fruitful. So when we pray to God, here Ramakrishna was not Kalpataru. That argument of our Sarvadevananda Swami was that, because Kalpataru gives whatever you want. He does not discriminate. But Ramakrishna did not give everything. Only he gave liberation, vision, spiritual ecstasies. This is only he gave. That's why you cannot say he is Kalpataru.
He didn't give worldly prosperity.
Worldly prosperity, whatever. But Kalpataru will give whatever you want. That is the speciality of Kalpataru. But you cannot put Ramakrishna into that category. That was the argument of Swami Sarvadevananda.
Is Kalpataru a real tree?
In that, this is a Puranic tree, mythological story. Kalpataru,
But that boy who went to Kashipur, Upendra, he wanted to have money and all these things.
But not under Kalpataru day. Link that. Just to say. Not to say. No, that context. That don't say like that. The context is context. That day is called Kalpataru day. Pinpoint your discussion. Don't stretch at your own whimsical. He says that incident which Rambabu and others called as Kalpataru, it is not Kalpataru because he did not give anything to those that day. Whatever they asked for, only he gave only spiritual wisdom and ecstasy. At that time, his whole life, what he did, it is Avataro does so many things.
And did they even ask for it? He just gave it to them, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when he came down, January 1st.
Right. They didn't ask anything.
They didn't ask.
Only one person asked afterwards when he came back, Vaikuntha. He was not there and he came back and he begged that everyone has got this.
He asked Girish Chandra Ghosh, what do you think of me? And then Girish Chandra Ghosh said that which even Vyasa and Vashishta could not describe, how can I? And so he got so
out of compassion and got into ecstasy, and then he blessed automatically.
So that's not like Kalpataru where you have to ask. Here, without asking, you got.
Yeah, and then that was asking. There was the story you are giving. He asked Sri Ramakrishna, and that in Avatar Lila, so many things happen. But you cannot say Sri Ramakrishna is Kalpataru on that day, 1st of January. The Kalpataru grants the wish of those who approach it, and not of those who fail to do so. No, two people who are there. One asks something under the Kalpataru tree, he will get that. Another person may be sitting. He does not want, he will not get. So in this we cannot we cannot attribute partiality to Kalpataru. Like that, you cannot blame his Kalpataru to this Gajendra and not Kalpataru to the crocodile. Because he is Kalpataru, he who asks, he gets. And the crocodile didn't ask. So he didn't get. That is probably the expression here. Even so, in this we cannot attribute partiality to Kalpataru. If we take for granted it is partiality, then even so, God blesses all who approach him and surrender to him. And if man fails to do so and to get his blessings, the blame should go to man and not to God. And this book says, a long note is here, that, oh, how strange are thy doings, chitrang tabe hitam mahom ita yogamaya. Oh, how strange are thy doings, that thou should seem to be partial, although thou art the soul of all and has an equal regard for all. Yogamaya. Lila visishto bhuvanasya visharadasya sarvatmana. You are the Atman of all. Thou art so skillful, having brought into manifestation the world in the playfulness of your incomprehensible Yogamaya. You are loving towards thy devotees and becomest their celestial tree that knows not to refuse anybody's prayer. This is Prahlada's statement. Note is there, Yogamaya is the mysterious power of the Supreme. The Vishnu Puri's own interpretation. note. He says, Yogamaya is the mysterious power of the Supreme Being that creates the illusion of the phenomenal universe. The exculpation, what is that? The exculpation, culpation, C-U-L-P-A-T-I-O-N, exculpation, from the charge of partiality is suggested to the very verse. Hori is compared to Kalpatu, the celestial tree that does not refuse the request made to it. The suitor approaches the tree and by his prayerfulness qualifies himself to obtain what he begs. So bhakti is the qualification to merit the Lord's favor. Elsewhere, the Lord is compared to the fire. The fire warms all who approach it irrespective of creed, caste, or color, and it is not liable to the charge of the partiality for so doing. And just as men, inimical to one another, can receive warmth from fire, which imparts it with an equal regard to all without any distinction, so Hori gives bhakti to all who go to him for it. The wolf and the lamb, both drinking the nectar from the fountain of his love. God's love is, he is saying that God's love is not partial. You cannot blame God, but you can blame the devotee. The devotee who seeks for it and who does not seek for it. So you cannot blame, because God is partial. Rather, Bhakta didn't ask for it. But even if not asked, God's grace comes. No?
Can you tell me the spelling of that as well?
X.
E-X-C-U-L X-C-U-L-P-A-T-I-O-N. Exculpation.
That means from the charge. Exculpation from the charge means you can withdraw.
To clear from
allegation. Yeah. From the allegation, the charge or allegation that God is partial. Exculpation from that
tough
charge.
Word. Who has done this translation?
The old time translation.
Is this something that was said by Vishnupuri, or is this a note added by the translator?
No. The Sanskrit is this one.
Sanskrit has been translated.
He didn't translate. It is he wrote in Sanskrit.
Yes. No, I know. But this what you read, the exculpation.
No, this is written by somebody.
This note is by somebody else.
No, not note. This note is this note.
No, this note is only this much, right?
No.
Or is that also?
No. Nanu abhijana bhimeta jogyan no bihayo tad rohito.
Oh yeah, right. Got it.
Gajendrang doshaha.
Right. This is only the translation of the original words. This is the translation of the original words, and this note is the translation of what commentary of Vishnupuri.
This goes this, and this goes this.
So the translator himself has not added anything.
No.
Only translated.
It edited by Major B.D. Basu, one Bengali guy maybe, and Bhakti Ratnavali, but who was translated by various Sanskrit scholars. Not one, many different scholars have translated, so no name. Only editor's name is here. Now, anyhow, that means it says that it is, don't blame God as partial. Rather say the bhaktas who ask for and who does not.
And also surrender to Him.
Of course, who ask for and surrender, of course.
And moreover, if something comes unasked for, you don't value it.
Yeah, anything comes. We don't give any value. No.
Sure. One doesn't value it. So it's not even good to...
That's why there is a statement, it's called Ganga, Nitya Ganga Pani.
Right.
Yeah, those people who live on the bank of Ganga,
for them, it's just
it's for just water. They use it for so many purposes, for bathing, for cleaning the cows and clothes, and they use. But those who are far away and have respect, This little, we sprinkle little Ganga water, oh wow, I am touched Ganga water. So it depends on the mind. And so it loses its sanctity and in the mind of the people. That is the weakness of human mind. That also happens when we live in with some people and we undermine. We think we don't understand their glory. When they go away, then we think, oh my God, what was that person? It needs that those who can understand they are great people. Suppose those used to live with Maharaj, those who used to live with say direct disciples, or even the Brahmagyanis like Shantananda Swami, Premeshananda Maharaj. They are blessed, and different people even visited them. They don't get the benefit because they have no Shraddha, they have no faith. Shraddha, faith, or the preparation of the mind, and then they don't. And those who live very close, they're the worst possible danger. They are really lost in that mess. But those who can, they are great people. Those who understand their glory. So, okay, now the next part.
It happens in the regular life also. If somebody's wife cooks very well, then they don't value that.
Same thing.
There is a saying in Hindi, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar."
Yeah.
Means if you have a hen in the house, that's more like lentil, like general. So
it doesn't pay value at all.
Don't give value.
Even look at that. The husband and wife, say maybe husband may be a district judge or a Supreme Court judge. To the wife, because they live very close, they have not that they don't understand their glory, the greatness of the person. But any other person will understand. Even the father and the child. You see, in the same home, the children sometimes accuse their parent. You are like that, you don't know. But other people are respecting, oh my God, such a person with great respect. No? The familiarity breeds contempt. That is the major thing. It's a general statement. Because to understand the glory, you need some sort of tremendous maturity. So,
I think it comes like in a collaborative way. Like every person has some specialty. So then if one person shows it, then reciprocate another person like that equally. That will happen. And that's otherwise in household things, what the example you gave, that dal barabar. That what happens, mutual thing is not there. Like one way respect will not go forever like that. It usually happens.
Those who have the good heart, they get the benefit of it. Why not? One way, two way is not the point. To understand the glory of someone, you need some special capacity.
Everybody has some glory, no?
So that's okay. We are not talking of that nonsense thing. We are talking of something higher. So to understand the spirituality of somebody, you need to have some sort of measurement. But if you are too high, you think, who is he? I am equal. That means you are greater. Anyhow, Samatu Swinnagatraya Visrasta Kabarasraja Drishtva Parishamam Krishna Kripaya Sit Subandhane Kripaya Sit Suabandhane Suabandhane Swatsabandhane Evam Sandarshita Yagam
Okay.
Harina Bhakta Vashyata. It is too big, no? Swabashena pi Krishnena Yasyedam Sheshwarang Vashe Nemang Virincho Nabhavo No Shrirapyanga Sangasraya Prasadam Levire Gopi Jatat prapo vimuktida nayam suksha na suswapo nayam suswapo bhagavan dehinam gopika sutta jnaninam chatmabhutanam yatha bhakti matam iha. Baba re Baba. Somatu Kinnagatraya, seeing the mother's fatigueness, fatiguing exertions. Kinnagatraya, Vishasta Kavarasaja, her body wet with perspiration, her hair disabled, and garland of flowers that was tied round her knotted locks unloosed. Drishtva Parishramam, that means they are very tired. Seeing his mother's fatiguing, no, sorry, what I am reading the other book. See, here I am reading the other old book. The seeing his mother's fatigued with exertion. Somatu Chinna Gatrayang Vishwasta Kavarasaja Drishtva Parishramam. Seeing the Parishrama fatigueness, her hair is a Vishwasta Kavarasaja. Disabled, hair being disabled, and a Kavarasaja, Saja means flowers probably. The floral decoration they are on loose end, and being very tired, Krishna then asked, out of compassion for mother, Drishtva Parishramam, Kripaya, with compassion, Kripaya sit su abandhane, because hair was not tied and is tired, etc. Evang sangdarshita hi angam, Krishna, out of compassion for her, acquiesced, Babriva, in being bound by her with rope. Acquiesced, Babriva. Attractive language, we have to look at the dictionary.
Acquiesced, I don't know what this means.
Her body weight with perspiration, her hair disabled, and garland of flower that was tied around her knotted locks unloosed. Krishna, out of compassion for her, allowed himself to be caught and bound. Oh, that's correct. Krishna was a dushtu chele, naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
He was trying to go out, and mother was trying to oje.
Right.
He ate the noni.
You stole.
No, ma, I stole noni. No, ma, I don't know. And then was running, and mother getting really tired and physically exhausted, and hair was disabled, and the flowers in the head that is got everywhere, giving a very beautiful view of mother of Krishna, yes. Yashoda. And then mother then he became compassionate, and you say, okay, he allowed him, so mother tied him down. But mother cannot tie him, he is the Lord of the universe. That sense is bringing. Is it so?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want
That's
to be that human.
The Lord allows, is bounded by devotee. That's what the next line says.
So the Das did Hori. So how he, the Lord and controller of everything, allows himself to subjugated by the devotee. Evam Sandarshita. By this way, he has shown Darshan Darshita, Sammak Darshita. He Angang Harina Bhakta Vashyata. Bhakta Vashyata. The subordinateness nature of the God, devotee, subjugated by a devotee. What is that? Svabashena api Krishnena jasya idam shesharang vase. Hori, who Lord and controller of everything. Sa Ishwaram. He is the Ishwara himself. and everything is bashe, under his control. But he sabashena api, say he became a boss under mother's tie. That means that shows that God, out of compassion, does whatever he does. Bhakto prays, that's why Thakur said that I do not want to give mukti, but I scared to give bhakti to anybody. Because if I gain mukti, then he's free. He has no problem.
He's not going to create any more
but bhakti means if I give bhakti, then I will be following him every moment. I become his bhaktiro karon nandero bhavan. Thakur sang this song. I carry the load of the family burden of what is called Nanda, his father, foster father. Because I was bound by love. So I bear their trouble of the family trouble. But I am the Lord of the universe. I do it. But that's why Bhakta, because he is Bhakta, so I have to do that. So he does not want to get into that trouble, Bhakta's trouble. Then, thus did Hari show how he evam sangdarsita hi angam, that how he Harina Bhakta Vasyata. Harina, the Lord and Governor, allows him to be subjugated as a devotee. Where is Harina? Harina Bhakta Vasyata. I do not know what is Harina. Thus did Hari, who, though he was the master and under whose subjugation lay the whole world and its ruler, so his subjugation to his devoted people. So he has also made the same. Okay, next. Neither Brahma, Nemang Birincho is Brahma. No Ayam, no Imam Birincho, no Bhavo means here Shiva. No Sri Devi, Sri means Sri Devi, Ma Lakshmi. Sri Hi Opi. Ango Sangasraya, who is always associated with the Lord. Mother Lakshmi, who is always associated with the Lord, has been the recipient of such great favor from him. Prasadang levire gopi jat tat prapo vimuktidan dat. Vimukti dat, the dan. Dat, no?
The giver of mukti.
Giver of mukti. Mukti dat. Vimukti. Vimukti means Visheshana mukti. So he says that neither Brahma, nor Shiva, nor Sri Devi Malakshmi, who is always associated with the Lord, has been recipient of such great favor from him, who is the bestower of mukti, as Yashoda was. That means Yashoda, Ma's glory is great. Ma Yashoda, the Lord of the world, became a child and he got into bondage. Mother tied his hand and feet. You did that, I will punish you, no? But he did it out of compassion. See, he is the Lord of the universe. Brahma, Vishnu, all are under him. But he is so much devoted. So the glory of what you call this lady, mother, Jashoda, is much higher than that of even Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma or Mother Lakshmi, who are constant companion with the Lord. Nayam Shushwapu Bhagavan, neither the philosophers nor the contemplatives can attain to the Lord with as much ease as those who are endowed with loving devotion. Nayam Suswapu Bhagavan Dehinam Gopika Shutaha. Gopika Shuta means the children of Gopikas. That means those who are the Gopika Suta, means here Nanda's son, he is considered to be the Nanda's son. So Krishna himself. That means Jnaninam cha atmabhutanam tatha bhaktim matamyo. They may be Jnani, is glorifying. Glorifying when you are reading the Bhakti school, they'll say, oh, even Jnani cannot attend that. Even meditator cannot attend that. Bhakta will only attend. And when you say about Jnani, oh, Bhakta cannot attend to that. They cannot reach the transcend this duality. Oh, well, they say to emphasize it is for the it is for the good of the devotees to grow in devotion. So how they will grow devotion? When they learn all this glory. So note says the reference is to an incident in the life of Sri Krishna as a punishment for naughtiness of child Krishna. His mother Yashoda wanted to tie him up to a wooden mortar. As she tried to tie him, the rope she had taken was found to be not of sufficient length.
Right.
Oh, that was the point,
That
yeah. And
not
she
the
got
only.
more and more of the rope available nearby. But still, the length was found insufficient. She was then at her wit's end and felt exhausted. So Krishna, taking pity on her, submitted himself to be tied. This is symbolically taken as an illustration of how the Lord subordinates himself to the devotee in pure personal devotion known as priti. Priti, that's because of the priti. Priti is another word for love. Prem, Priti, Bhalabasha, there are different languages. So Priti is a special language. He said that because the Lord subordinated himself to the devotee's will and the pure personal devotion, that is called the Priti. Okay, so this book says, seeing the mother's fatiguing exertions, her body wet with perspiration, it has made two sets of meaning, whereas one, all the four have been added in one stroke. Here in this book, they have taken two together, first two and second two. So, the garland and flowers that was tied round the knotted locks unloosed, Krishna, out of compassion for her, allowed himself to be caught and bound. Thus did Hari, who, though he was his own master, under whose subject lay the whole world and its rulers. Even the rulers of the world is Brahma, rulers of the world is what you call Shiva, and show his subjugation to his devoted. And what is the note? Note says, this is an allusion to the very popular and miraculous incident in the life of Krishna during the period of his childhood. And what was that? He was guilty of some childish prank. And his foster mother, Yashoda, tried to get hold of him and to keep him tied to a large wooden mortar. Because the wooden mortar, why? Because they used to have cows, no? They are milking families. They milk the cows and make different types of milk products. Butter.
What is a mortar?
Mortar is by which it is a machine.
Churning.
Charm
Churning.
the pillar.
Okay.
It's a big one because they do so much.
Right.
So it is tied like with a rope, and they make it round, go on rotating. Butter, rotating this.
Yes.
And out of butter will come ghee.
Out
of butter, they will make the butter first. Butter will come up in the top.
Yes.
And they will collect that butter. And then they again heat naki. They heat in the oven.
Yes,
and make it ghee.
And that's very sacred.
Ghee we eat. Ghee. Ancient time ghee was very used for the homo fire. We were the same. And homo fire was a very common thing. And also eating. It is very nutritious. They say it helps in the brain.
Good for the brain.
But now people say no, it is not.
You know, the wicks that I make for the Lord, they dip it into ghee.
And that's the same.
Yes.
Same.
No, it is still good for brain, but that's for blood probably, cholesterol thing.
Yeah, cholesterol becomes.
Yeah.
Good for those.
It is being unnecessarily.
I think it is, people say like that, but I don't think
If it is coming from cows which have been fed naturally, fed grass, then ghee actually has, of course it has saturated fat, but that is good for you. These days they feed cows with all these other grains and corn and whatnot.
Not only grain, they doing so much of injection, hormone, this, that.
So any dairy product that comes out of cows which have been raised this way is not good for your health.
But in India, in ancient time, there is no other way. They used to only
feed
all grass, and the cows are so happy.
That was very healthy. That milk, whole milk. Now they have all these fads like low-fat milk and all that. If you have cow which has been fed naturally and fed grass, the fat is actually the good part of the milk.
Oh, really?
Although if you take the fat out, in the process you take a lot of nutrients out as well, and you're left with sugar water.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this
here in America?
Yeah, these low-fat milks, it's high in sugar.
Really?
What is
so
that?
You're better off for strength or to.
Yeah, it's better to do whole milk if it is coming from grass-fed cows. In America, it's better to not do any dairy product.
Not any.
Don't go for dairy in America. Period.
Really? That good.
Don't drink dairy or eat dairy products in America.
You mean no butter, no cottage cheese, no milk?
If you want to eat butter, there is one brand called Kerrygold, which comes from 100% grass-fed cows.
Oh, where can you get that?
You get in like Trader Joe's and other stores.
Interesting.
Anyways, so diversion.
Kerrygold.
Kerrygold, but it's expensive.
Kerrygold, Kerry.
Kerry, Kerry, gold. It's Irish butter.
Kerrygold.
It's Irish butter made from 100% grass-fed cows.
Really?
Only the question is that by naturally these cows eat the natural grass. So
yes.
when our body become toxic when we take so many things which creates the toxic things in our body. If it is very natural food, healthy food, the Ayurveda, people are suggesting take Ayurvedic food. What is that? They are depending on almost natural things which the body is created like that to but we are adjustable to our situation, changing situation. People survive, but survive with disease. That's why in ancient time people used to have jara. Vyadhi was there, but Vyadhi was not that much heavy. They managed with Ayurveda. They managed with homeopathic. No, in early days.
No, homeopathy
was from the West it went, but I'm saying, but still, people used to get cured with those type of, which is non-reactive medicines.
Natural.
Kobiraj means only natural things. They will say this grain, that tree, that bark of the tree, these, that. These are all natural things. Mm-hmm. You cannot put their hormone.
I know what you mean.
So this allusion is to the very popular and miraculous incident in the life of Krishna. Yashoda tried to get hold of him and to keep him tied to a large wooden mortar. Ropes were procured. The same. They all fall short. In her struggles to bind him, she was quite exhausted, till at last, seeking her sad plight, Krishna, of his own accord, submitted and allowed himself to be bound. Hence, one of Krishna's name is Damodara. Oh, Damodara means rope chained round the waist. Udara, Damodara. Udara, I understand, stomach, waist. Just trying to bind here to Damodara. Why it is named Damo? Damo means what?
Dam, I don't know. Dam, maybe it's to bind.
Damodara.
Yeah, there is also a hymn on Damodara.
Damodara is another hymn is there, and Damodara is name of Krishna.
Correct. And which he got because of this incident.
Yeah.
I mean, means what?
someone was bound around the waist.
So that's where the mother
Mother was trying to bind his baby.
Oh, Dama, Dam meaning ki she choibal Dam. Dam মানে হচ্ছে দড়ি.
Oh, Dam is the main some rope.
পায়ে দাম rope, yeah. ওই দেখতে লিখে দিচ্ছে 367 নম্বর নাম কৃষ্ণ. 367th name.
60 Damodara.
367th out of how many?
1,000.
Oh, that's in the Vishnu Sahasranam.
It says Damodara, Sanskrit Damodara. Baba, how do you get in such a quick second?
Google knows everything.
So just to type Damodar, that's all. Damodaram, Damodaram. Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Madhavam Sadhavam Naki Vallavam. Like that. Damodara and Damodara is the 367th name of Vishnu from Vishnu Sahasra Nama. The various meanings of the name are given as follows. The Lord, when he was tied with a cord, Dama, that means around his waist, Udara. Oh, cord is Dama?
Like Sama, Chama, Dama.
No,
Dama
that
is
is
control.
Dama. This is Dama.
No, I know, but I'm saying the Dama has come from the same root as Dama. Dama means control.
Yeah, control. You can say that, yeah. Because it controls movement. Dama. Denoting a divine pastime in which Krishna's mother Yashoda bound Krishna for being mischievous using by various Vaishnava adherents. One who is known through a mind which is purified, Udara, by means of self-control, Dama. Is another meaning. Who is one who is known through a mind, he is known through a mind which is purified, the mind is purified, that is called Udara.
Nice.
That is called Udara. And by means of what? Dama. Dama means by self-control. One in whose bosom rests the entire universe. That's also another meaning.
Wow, they think so deep to come up with these names. So they think so deeply about the story that matches with these terms.
No, actually in ancient time, no. People used to know all these stories. And as a result, when they used to hear Damodar, in its back of the mind, all this reflection will come. Now suppose we know Damodara. So at least when you chant the mantra Damodara or in the song, then immediately your mind will go, oh, that was yours. That story is so big, mother could not bind. But in a flash, that's why Vishnu Sahasranama people do. But we do not knowing any meaning and chant. But when one knows its meaning and chant, how much joy it can bring. Okay, so the second verse meaning is given here. Let me read that. Neither Brahma, nor Shiva, nor even Lakshmi, who was even united to his body, obtained the favor that the milkmaid Yashoda got from the Lord, the giver of mukti. The son of the milkmaid, that is the Krishna, is not so easily approached by men of learning or men of abstinence and asceticism as by his devotees.
By his what?
Devotees.
I don't.
Devotees can get so easily, even the yogis are trying to meditate on him, it is not so easy for them to get it.
Devotees can get easily, but to become a devotee is not easy.
Very difficult.
That's the problem with when you say
But
bhakti is simplest. Well, okay, bhakti is simplest, but getting bhakti is not simple.
To be a bhakta is difficult.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that I am a bhakta because I go to temple or pray. So that is the point. To be a real bhakta. To be a real jnani, knowledge is so easy. To be a real dhani, meditation is an absorbing thing. For us, meditation is only running for one thought to the other thought. Really, how many days we are struggling? Tell me, how many moments mind stays in one point? We sit for meditation and goes to Delhi and all over the world. Or this thought versus that thought and running from one to the other, to the other, to the other, split second, before you catch him. And after some time, you are also running with it.
But at the same time, you said that in the LPT group, mind gets stuck and then it stays there also. Like a long playing record.
And
mind
that same,
gets and then it stays there.
That's why the same old thought. Anyhow, that is not releasing. But if it goes to that LPG record, it gets stuck in God. Then that is the point that we are trying to do. But instead it is going on world. And this bad, this good, this is what is this and that. He is do, she is this, that. And this world is like that, that is that. So, the same group. Our episodes are same. Every day mind is busy. But mind is busy with what? With that story the sadhu said, someone is running because I am also running. The mind is running, so the thought has come, so I also run with it. And run. Sometimes say, hey, where are you running? I don't know. Okay, come back then. Actually, come back. And then you, devotee, because they got from mantra and other things, they come back. And then he tries to come back. And then again, before that, another step to be taken. Again, running, half an hour gone. Either we sleep or we go to run. These are the two actions we do. But we don't run to our own object. If you do, then you are accomplished. Those who can do that. And that is the purpose of our meditation. That's why Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grichyate. Abhyas and Vairagya is to be done because this old habit, it will not go. Because it is its nature. The thing will run like that. And this is the way the world is created like that. And to understand that, it's a difficulty. We don't understand that even. How many people understand? We do regular meditation, and in the morning, and in the noontime, and in the evening. But look at that, how many moments we are aware, hey, what did I do this entire 1 hour in the morning? 2 hours I am sitting in the morning. What am I doing? Either we in the bed we could have gone much better sleeping, but sometimes in the cushion we doze. So
Swami, I told Swami Sarvadevananda this, I fall asleep sometimes in the temple. And he says, but he says, Thakur sees you.
No, that's the devotee's angle. That devotee's angle. There is one statement like this. We are reading the Bhakti book. One sadhu, blind. There is a story that one blind man used to go to the temple and stand. Go means blind people as you go stick like that and like that, or somebody took. Every day he will go and stand before the Lord. He does not know, but he says that this is the temple. And say he used to take an or he knew afterwards go. And then somebody says, why do you come? You don't see anything. Why do you come for? Then he said, I do not know. I have no eyes to see. But I appear before the Lord. So the Lord sees. Vedanta will say, hey, what do you come in the temple? It's not in your home. God is not there in your home. Easy solution of that. So don't do anything then. Sit in your home. But it's a devotional.
Let everybody run and not run.
Huh?
Let everybody else run and not follow, and then they are running because they are stupid.
They are stupid. So the point is that when one thinks like that, it is a deep devotion. You have faith. The Lord is seated here and I don't see. Yes, and Belur Math every day, one sadhu used to tell us that, why do you go to temple every day? And we are in Belur Math Saradapit, only one walking distance. No? Educational institution, come out. Next, this door to that door. And then why do you go? In your shrine? We have no shrine in our center in Saradapit. We have 5, 7, 8 shrines there. Because one hostel has their own shrine. Thakurma, every day they do offer flower, etc., etc. Someone does little waving, etc., etc. Arati is done. and all the children come and they sang the song. So it is done here. So why do you go to temple again? It is meaningless because God is not here. In your room you have your Thakur's picture. Why do you go to Belur? That's the question. Then he said, yes. Do you feel really? You don't feel. It's a question you are talking. It's a theoretical talk of your intellectual person. Your intellect is deluding you like that. But do you feel like that? The Thakur is sitting in your room, in your altar, in your room altar, is there and he is watching you. Do you feel like that? Then you are not to go. But you are talking only. At least you feel so many people are coming. And Swamiji wanted this place. Vigyan Maharaj established it and the temple was built. And they saw Maharaj, Swamiji, all blessing them, and Thakur is palpably present. No? Palpably present. Swamiji said that Thakur will do good to the world being here. He is established, and for 1500 years his spiritual mission will go on centering this place. So all these words, I have no faith. But when you hear, oh, is it so? Oh, is it so? So little faith and trust comes. But your knowledge will wash out everything. There are nonsense. God is everywhere. What is there in the balloon mode? God is only in the balloon mode.
During meditation time, like devil's advocate, my mind says like that. Even if I sleep, doze off a little bit like that. Then Holy Mother was sleeping when Thakur was giving talk in Kamarpukur. And then other people said, oh, she couldn't listen, you were talking so nice. He said, oh, okay, let her sleep. She will know when, then if the word goes in her ears, then she will not stay in this plane.
So you also will not stay here, that's right. So God is arranging for you so that you can sleep. But I will say, yes, this is my body does not allow, is my failure of the body. What can I do? I am now 75 years old. Yet not a matter of joke. This body has given us. This God. I am saying that the body has given us so much service, and at this old age it will doze off. What's that in it? What's that in? That's for that reason I shall go and sleep in my room.
Right.
Rather than let me try a little bit, even doze off. What is there in it?
Right.
I am trying my humble way. It may be, but it's an attempt to do. But who can bind the Lord by the rope? By your meditation rope or your japa rope? It is by grace I will come. But at least, are you really meaning that you try to tie it, try to catch when the grace comes? Grace comes when someone is trying sincerely with his ability. No ability, what can you do? So we are all limited by our capacities, body capacity, mental. We are spiritually maybe powerful, but when we come down to the body level and our mental level and our intelligence level, we are short of something. So, but we'll have to test. My level is not your level. My level may be 10 unit, your level may be 20 unit you can practice. But another may be 30, another may be 40 in using their energy and one-pointedness. I may not be that. But I do my way as best as I can.
Yes.
That is the only thing.
You don't need 50 minutes. That person needs 50 minutes, so Thakur gives him capacity to do that 50 units. Even 10 units is enough for you, so he gives you that.
I don't have to judge that, but I am saying what is my ability, I am doing that. I am not to consider anyone in the picture.
You have to compare yourself.
Don't compare with anybody, because it is a relative thing, and we need not have come here to judge anything, but only to say, am I doing the best I can do? But if you can really sit and really concentrate on the spiritual truth and you get to get it. But if I cannot, I am trying. And so
And one of these days is going to happen. If you keep on trying.
Yeah, whatever happens, it is happening.
Some of these days you'll be able to concentrate much better.
And see, then we ultimately say, Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj used to say at the end, it's all grace, all grace. Grace. I have heard from many of the senior Swamis, in the young age they talk so much things, big talks, big things, no? At the end, the same people, when they mature, they say, oh. It's nothing. It is. You only can try. You only can
That's right.
make an effort. But
we must keep trying.
trying, yeah.
We must keep trying. Yeah.
And the trying comes because you know that you are in difficulty.
You're into what?
You are in difficulty. That's why you want to come out of it.
Of course.
So that also gives the impetus for going.
Right. Exactly, Swamiji. Well, thank you, Swamiji, very much for your teaching.
Who is teaching?
I appreciate
Who is teaching whom?
My teachers.
We are. So.
So.
Ore kusi.